Hi everyone, I'm Skittle and welcome to my YouTube channel. For those who don't know me, I'm a variety streamer who focuses on story-driven games and Valorant and co-working sessions. So today I'll be doing a Q&A. I'm doing this Q&A as part of Astra's 30-day content challenge. I will put the image of the content challenge up here or both if I want to make future me who's editing this hate me. So earlier this week I made an announcement that I was going to do the Q&A, and I posted this announcement on TikTok, Threads, Twitter, and I think even in my Discord server. And today I will be reading through all the questions everyone has sent in. I hope I don't miss any. Thank you so much to everyone who sent in the questions. I will be keeping the questions anonymous just to make sure I don't accidentally share someone's information who didn't want to be shared. But if you're watching this video and you ask the question and you want to be highlighted, definitely let me know in the comments down below. How does mental health affect your streaming? Honestly, for me, it really improves it. I technically started when my mental health was quite on an all-time low, and I wanted to start streaming as one of the reasons was kind of to prove to myself that I could do stuff that would make me happy without feeling too dependent on anyone else's opinion, which kind of feels weird when you consider I'm streaming to like the public. But I was choosing what I was playing. I was choosing how long my streams would last. I had control of my own little community, and this really helped my mental health. The only thing I would say is quite challenging for me is making sure I don't overdo it. Like, I can be a workaholic. I am a workaholic, let's be fair. I spend a lot of hours just preparing streams, being active on all social media platforms. Like, I'm active on YouTube, Twitter, Threads, TikTok, Twitch. And it does take quite a few hours during the day, especially now that I have a full-time job as well. It is challenging not to let it like influence my sleep, which will in turn influence my mental health and mood during the day, and focus, of course. So that's definitely something I need to work on. How to become a streamer? Oh my gosh. I didn't even start that long ago. Pretty much all you need is a laptop or a PC, and a laptop or PC that's strong enough to run OBS, and depending on the type of streamer you want to be, of course, more controllers or games to play. I make it sound really easy. Of course, it does take a lot of courage as well to put yourself out there, but I feel like the world can often give this idea that you need the best cameras, the best PC, the best everything to become a streamer and for people to enjoy your presence. While honestly, I feel like enjoying what you're doing is the most important thing. And if you're not even enjoying what you're doing, what does it matter if you have amazing keyboards or an amazing headset? What if you hate your life? Like, what does it matter? Ooh, this is a bit of a different question. How to become a game designer or artist? For those of you who don't know this about me, I have a degree in game design. I also technically have a degree in makeup art, but I got this before the game design degree. My makeup art course was the reason I started studying game design though, because during this course I also got like creature design and character design lessons, and I enjoyed this so much I wanted to learn more about it. This is when I tried to apply for a game course. Game courses are usually subdivided into development, design, and art, and some even have like a collaboration with sound design and music. To become a game artist, you can, of course, study yourself. I really liked taking the course. To get into the course, you had to showcase that you had some awareness of the software involved into making games. So either like Unity or Unreal Engine, or Godot is really popular right now. And of course, the branch you were interested in, you needed a portfolio. So for game art, that didn't really just mean having beautiful pieces, but having pieces that show how you think and how you work. So sketches, mood boards, trial and error phases, maybe even you trying to place your design, if it's 3D or 2D, into a game engine to see how it looks. They just want to know that you're serious about what you're doing and that you are willing to put in the time. What are the top 10 tips you wished someone would have told you? Okay, maybe I'll make this top 3 because I feel like I could fill a whole video with a top 10. Okay, this is kind of gonna get deep, but that's the only way I can think about how to put this into words. You putting yourself first doesn't make you a bad person. I along with many other people, am a people pleaser, and I was also a diagnosed autistic person for a very long time. This meant that I constantly felt like I was performing and I had to fit in for people to like me. And this resulted in me emotionally draining myself. I would be overstimulated most of the time. I would get panic attacks, all the stuff, and I thought that if I would stop doing this, people wouldn't like me anymore. And with the streaming, like I said, choosing me, creating my own little community, it has really shown me that putting myself first and taking care of myself and choosing to do the things that I love still makes me a great person. I've met so many awesome people. I feel so loved by my community, and I love my community back. So yeah, that's definitely an important thing. And I think connected to that one, people often say you gotta love yourself before you can love anyone else. That's honestly kind of a lie. I think it's not a complete lie, but I think it's like just... it's not the right sentence to describe it. Because I feel like through truly loving yourself, you'll find people you're supposed to love and love you back. Because you can always think you love people and you care so much about people, but you can lose yourself in the process of it. And by learning to love myself, I realized that I'm starting to look for people who love that version of myself, the version I'm learning to love. Instead of the version I think they want to see, and that they'll be able to love. So I kind of feel like if you love yourself, you'll find the people you should love. Another tip. I only named 2 or 3 tips. Another tip. That's something I gotta learn still. Watch your wallet, woman. I suck at money business. I don't do money. Retail therapy is my only form of therapy. I truly feel like when I'm sad, I should just buy a yummy snack, or a cute little plushie, or a fun new game. And yes, it does solve my problems until I look at my bank account and still have like 2 more weeks in the month to go and I've run out of money. It's a problem. And then like towards the end of the month, I start like living on scraps, you know. My whole fridge and freezer and stuff are empty, and that may sound like a good thing, but it's not because like I plan. It's because I'm literally like scraping everything in my home together because there's nothing left. So, oh my gosh, girl, please watch your money. Please watch your spendings. Oh boy. Do you have any tips on creating a community of good people that are active in the community and are supportive of each other? That's a good question. Oh my gosh, that is a good question. I feel like I got really lucky with my community. I think one of the most important things is setting up boundaries early on. Of course, you can add more boundaries as you discover that you're uncomfortable in a certain situation or something isn't going as you had planned. But start with a firm set of boundaries for yourself, because this way you avoid ending up in a situation where you don't feel welcome in your own community. So for me, for example, it was really important that we focused on supportive vibes and happy vibes. So I tried to keep like political discussions and such to a minimum, because I know that there are a lot of different opinions about this, and this can really spark quite the intense discussions. It was also really important to me that we would be respectful towards neurodivergent and LGBTQIA plus people. Because, of course, I am part of the community, but I also want to make sure that those people, others like me, feel welcome to join my community as well. It's not a requirement that you are aware of every form of neurodivergency, for example, to be part of the community, or be neurodivergent to be part of the community, but just be open to learn. And then if I notice that someone is trying to join the community who isn't open to learn or willing to support others in their journey, honestly, you're gonna get kicked out. And it's okay to kick people out. The numbers aren't everything. The numbers aren't important at all. The most important thing is that you feel safe and that your community feels safe and that you're having a fun time. And everything else pretty much follows. For example, we have a special K-pop section in my channel. And this section kind of came to be because we accidentally discovered that multiple people enjoy K-pop during a live stream. So there was a K-pop channel added. And then other people started joining who realized that we had a K-pop channel in our Discord server. And stuff like that just gets added over time. So it's really just figuring stuff out together as long as you have those first few boundaries that are important to you to go off. Where do you get your streamer inspo or ideas from? All over the place. A few ideas come from like streamer friends I've made along the way. So for example, I recently got a stream pad. And this stream pad is something I saw from Miomi's stream. And I loved it so much that I wanted to get it myself. And I think the same goes for the Spotify widget I have. I don't exactly remember where I saw it, but I saw it on someone's stream. I've had it for a while now, and I was like, that's amazing. I need it. But also when it comes to like the games, it's usually just the games I love and I enjoy playing, combined with my own chaos and ideas. I have a few like bigger streamers who I look up to, for example, Shubble and Gab Smolders. And I often like watch their streams, and usually the games and themes that interest them are also games or themes that interest me. So they automatically kind of make their way into my own streams. So I definitely think that those are some big inspirations for me. But also Catliente. I feel like she's pretty well known. But the way she gives advice is just really inspiring to me, and it really does motivate me to give back to my community as well. How do you keep yourself motivated for doing content? And how do you keep yourself accountable? I feel like the motivated part is the easiest part, because I'm honestly just obsessed with content creation right now. It's on my mind all day, every day. I'm always looking for new ideas, and I'm always seeing stuff where I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to try this out, or this looks like so much fun. So I genuinely just do feel motivated. I do like to make a little planner. I happen to have it on my desk right now. And basically what I do in this planner is write down all my content ideas for the month. Let me know if you want to see like a setting up my monthly planner video. I could definitely create that. But this kind of helps me to stay on track of things when life gets busy. Because when you're already busy, it can be hard to think of new ideas because you just want to kind of get going. I'm dropping my sticky notes. I'll grab them in a minute. But it can be really hard to motivate you to try new stuff because you're tired and you just want to get started and not think too much about it. So by writing it down in here, the idea is already there. I just need to look at the day of the month and start working on it. And probably somewhere towards the end of the month, I'll start working on the next month. Or if I feel like the next month is already so packed with plans and ideas that I can start on it earlier. But yeah, I'm always a fan of a planner. You can wake me up in the middle of the night and say, you want to do some journaling? And I'll be like, yes, where are the stickers? How do you keep yourself accountable? I have currently not yet gotten to a part where I felt like it was hard for me to upload. I have gotten to a part where I was too tired to upload. And at this point, I honestly just say, skip a day. It should stay fun. If you notice you're reaching a point where you're not enjoying what you're doing anymore, same thing with community. You gotta take a step back and look at how you're setting up your boundaries and if you're taking care of them. Because I feel like the easiest way to lose passion for something is by making yourself work to a point where you're close to a burnout. If you get burned out, it's no longer fun. If you get close to burning out, it's no longer fun. So just make sure you take care of yourself first, and then the rest will follow. What are the ways that help you with your streaming anxiety prior to streaming? I think for me, it's having my own little ritual. I just make sure that while I'm streaming, I'm not able to see anything when it comes to my viewer counts. If I feel really anxious, I'll make a list of things I want to talk about, just in case I run out of topics at the top of my head. And then I have my own little ritual where I clean my room and my desk, and I prepare my posts for social media where I announce that I'm going live. I get into comfy clothes. It's so important to stream in comfy clothes to me, because if I'm feeling uncomfy as I'm sitting, I will look uncomfy while I'm streaming. I do have to say, I genuinely do not get a lot of anxiety when it comes to streaming. I think the only real time I was nervous, well, there were 2 times I was really nervous. And this was during my very first stream, of course, because I was turning on the camera and I was really worried that no one would be there. And I would get really anxious and feel insecure and sad. And during my first affiliate stream, because I had, I don't know why, but for some reason I had convinced myself that if I didn't perform well during my first affiliate stream, that Twitch would take the affiliate status away from me immediately. And that is my mind in a nutshell. I do get anxious. It's not often over streaming, but these were some moments where I definitely got anxious. For the first stream, I just asked a lot of my friends to join, and I was like, you don't have to talk all the time, but just knowing that you are there would mean a lot to me. I only asked this the first few times, I think, and then I just stopped because I wanted to feel like I could build up my own community and meet new people by myself. But that really helped because I just knew that I wasn't completely alone while streaming. And later on, I had streams where I was completely alone when I stopped asking. But at this point, I already knew how the streaming was gonna work, so I just kept talking. I just kept talking, and I had turned the viewer counter off, so I didn't know the exact number. But sometimes when like the bots came in offering services and such, it was kind of like, okay, this is the only interaction I'm getting, and it's not feeling too great. But the only thing I could do was power through and keep working, because I knew that eventually someone would find me and I would connect with someone. And I still enjoyed streaming, so that was the only thing I did really need. And for the affiliate stream, I did get into my head a bit during that stream. I was really nervous, and even when I'm looking at the VOD right now, I feel like I look nervous. You can tell that I'm insecure and kind of experiencing imposter syndrome with the whole affiliate thing. But in hindsight, it is part of the journey. And after I've realized I've had a bad stream, I kind of feel motivated to push to work harder on other social media platforms, because Twitch is just horrible for socializing and meeting new people. So I take that time to like meet new people on TikTok, for example. I just chat with some people. I go watch other small streamers' live streams and chat with them. And that helps me feel a little less alone, because you soon realize that there are a lot of people who are in the same boat. And that instantly makes me feel better. What got you into gaming? My education. I wasn't a hardcore gamer when I studied game design. I did have a Nintendo DS, so I played like games like Nintendogs and Mario Bros. But I didn't even come close to playing the amount of games I play right now. I don't think I even ever played a PC game before I started studying game design. So that kind of feels like a weird way to get into like a gaming course. But honestly, I did have the mind of a game designer, and it's kind of the same with being, I guess, for example, if you make pizzas for a living, right? You don't need to be obsessed with pizza and wanting to eat pizza every day. And the other way around as well. If you love eating pizza, that doesn't mean you should turn making pizzas into your profession. So at first I was really more of a designer than a gamer, but over the time I started, especially during the pandemic, I started playing a lot with friends. So it started out with playing Valorant, we played Among Us, we played Overcooked, I think, and this is where I really started getting into games, because I would also be watching other streamers play games that I would want to try, and I had so much time to kill. Because even though I was studying, I didn't have to go anywhere, so the time that I usually spent on traveling or going out with friends, I had to myself, so I started playing games. And at this stage, I guess I just never stopped, and I really started loving like the story-driven games and the indie games, because those were the types of games I wanted to be part of after I graduated. So it kind of just kept going, and I'm still stuck in that phase. What's your favorite stream snack? Well, I have this lovely little mug. If I hold it like this, you can barely see anything is in there, but it's filled with candy. I stuck this up yesterday to the brim. It's almost done. I have more in my kitchen, so I just like filling this up every now and then with some sweets. I definitely love my sweets, hence the name Skittle Num Num. I also am a big popcorn fan. I love popcorn, so that's probably up there as well. But I also enjoy an apple. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. I used to be allergic to a lot of fruits, but I was the least allergic to apples. So apples and I have an understanding. Yeah. You can never go wrong with an apple. What are games that you think 100% everyone needs to play? Stray. I feel like something's going wrong if you haven't played Stray yet. Because Stray has cute cats. It has beautiful environments. It has spooky moments. It has lore, world building. It challenges the player, but it's not like to a point where it isn't playable for someone who hasn't played games before. So I feel like Stray should be on everyone's to-play list. If you say you don't enjoy Stray, you're wrong. I can't help it. That's why I love Stray. Stray is my favorite. Oh, okay, this is a fun one. If you could live inside any game world, which one would you choose? The teenager in me wants to say, like, yes, I want to live in The Last of Us. But realistically, no. No, I don't want to live there. I'm just considering all the cozy games I play. I think it might just be Animal Crossing. I kind of feel like it's a basic answer. But the thought... Or Pokemon. Pokemon. It's gonna have to be Pokemon. I want a Pokemon so bad. So bad. Just a little companion that goes everywhere with you and traveling the world. I want that life. I want that life so bad. I am begging to put me into a Pokemon game world to live in forever. So yeah, I think those are pretty much all the questions that were asked. I did merge some of them together that were pretty similar. So definitely let me know if I missed your question or if you still have a question afterwards. I hope everyone enjoyed this video. I had so much fun recording this, and it makes me so excited to record more stuff for YouTube. For now, I hope everyone has an amazing evening. Get a cozy snack, have a fun time, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye!